What's going on, Pisces? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a wonderful week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Pisces, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey, because it's General Energy Weekly Spread. Yeah, remember? It's getting groovier and groovier every time, Pisces. But with this weekly spread, whenever you happen to come across this video, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you. You can leave some of the dance moves with me. And never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Pisces. So I'm going to pull a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we will get some details with the tarot. But before we jump to this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? Thank you. And in case if y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested, Pisces. But also down below are some links for some other readers that I like watching. A very intuitive group, very just great energies that they bring, so hopefully you'll like them as well, Pisces. But let's see what your first card is bringing here. Interesting. Actually, one of them is an Aries, Pisces, because you got the first card of Aries, which is the Diamond card. And look at you, so brilliant, Pisces. Because with this card, this is a card of creative force, faithfulness, value, perfection, brilliance, commitment, light, purity, esteem, unconquerable force, multidimensional, multifaceted, and invincible spiritual power. And that's what's up, Pisces. So the energy that's coming through here is the invincible spiritual power. And I do feel like with your sign, because you are very susceptible to the energies and very perceptive of them. And I feel that it's that as you're really kind of coming to form yourself, Pisces, I feel that there is a need here to make sure that we're protecting that energy, because it's something that, you feel you feel the energies of the collective, you really do. It's a lot to be able to feel like that, Pisces. It's similar to Cancer. My sun sign's in Cancer, but it's a broader scale to it that's going down here. And I'm kind of also getting with this, Pisces, just because you're signed, even if you don't have 12th house placements, just because wherever your Pisces placements are at, you're associated with the 12th house, and that gets into energies of escapism and things along those lines. And I just feel that there's being mindful of where that energy is being focused, because there is so much so much potential that you can bring, Pisces. You just want to make sure that we're being mindful of any sort of things that may even deter you forming into this great diamond here. And it's not to say that we're I also feel like for some it's just that maybe with this ability to feel that you do, that maybe we don't feel as powerful, or as, I don't know, I'm getting almost even like an esteem thing that's coming through here. And because we're Pisces, listen, I have a lot of Leo in my chart. I can over exaggerate things a little bit, but you really are, that the type of intuitive energy that you have at your disposal, I feel like is one that the more you become familiar with yourself, and I feel like too, especially with Saturn being and your ruler, and one of your rulers, Neptune, being in your sign for these next couple of years, that really learning, it's like learning how one, all the pressures have made you the wonderful diamond that you are today, Pisces. And it's just like, where is that going to go from there? How can we take those intuitive abilities, that spiritual power, and use that to guide to raise our vibrations even further? And what that even looks like, Pisces. A very interesting energy here. But let's get some tarot and get some details on it. Pisces. Thank you. Let's have a little stack here. Let's see what's going down. Oh, speaking of Saturn and Pisces. Oh, interesting, Pisces. All right. Okay, so you have the, we're going to talk about that world there. Because you have the, interesting, Pisces, you have the last stop of the major arcana train, the world, the first stop, the fool, the seven of coins, and the three of cups upright. And then you have the hierophant and the eight of cups in reverse. And let's talk about the world here, Pisces, because that came up during your pre-shuffle. And the world is closing out a cycle. It's coming to this, getting ready to go on to the next thing that you're going to, Pisces. And I feel that there is a need here, maybe with the seven of coins, to pay attention to what energies we've been investing ourselves in as of late. You know, have we been, because the three of cups, you know, this could be a card of celebration and things, but you know, this could be, you know, it's very, very party energy. So it's just like, it's something where, because I only say that because with the Hierophant being in reverse here, I feel like there is a disconnect that might be happening between you, maybe in even like the spiritual realm here, Pisces, because, you know, you being a sign of duality, you know, those, the fish, you know, it's, the Hierophant acts as a bridge between, yeah, the divine and the spirit, or the divine and the material realm. And that almost like that reminds me a lot of like the relationship between like you and Virgo have, you know, your opposite sign, where Virgo can learn to tap into that more kind of spiritual, intuitive side and kind of find that balance between being here in the everyday. I feel like for you, it's like it's the spiritual side. I feel like is maybe something that's developed, but now it's like, how do we take that spiritual energy, that intuitive energy, and then ground it, you know, get it to a place where it's, you know, it's materializing here and making that like a day-to-day routine, you know, that become part of your life, so that there is that dance that's going down there, you know what I mean, Pisces? It's because that is very interesting that the Eight of Cups and Saturn would come up here, because the Eight of Cups, that's what I was saying, it's Saturn and Pisces, and I feel there's something here that it's like with the Eight of Cups, it's like we've it almost feels like with the Eight of Cups that we've been kind of in a fog, maybe even as of late, that we've maybe even been kind of just like, and it's not to say necessarily that because I get this, Pisces, like if this is something that's resonating with you, where I feel with how you can feel and just thinking about all the stuff that can be going on in the world, you know, thinking about like news that you hear, or maybe stuff on podcasts, or maybe even stuff that other people will say, that we can want to check out from that and not want to deal with those types of things. But yours isn't, I mean, we all have that potential, Pisces, but yours can really, you know, change the world and really raise the vibration. But I know it's interesting, Pisces, because let me get a little bit more with this Eight of Cups here. But I just feel like we want to be mindful of, like, it's like checking out from the world, you know? It's where I get that it's not, it may not be the greatest what's going down sometimes. There is good that's happening in the world. That's happening as well, Pisces, but sometimes, and if we don't see that, Pisces, and then I feel like this Three of Cups too, this could be a great energy for you to create some of these spaces here for more things to celebrate. But let's get a little bit more on this interesting, Pisces, with this Eight of Cups, because you have the Two of Cups in reverse here, and then you have the Justice card and the Knight of Cups upright. And it feels that there's something here where it's paying attention, I feel, to how things are affecting your energies, Pisces. And that's interesting. I'm even so one paying attention to like how things are affecting your energies, Pisces. But even for some, I even get this like this sense of like karma that's happening with the Justice card. And again, being Pisces, 12th house stuff that deals. That's one of the aspects the 12th house deals with. But it's not necessarily that you've it's like paying attention to the things how we're racking up things, maybe even Pisces. I'm not That's fascinating energy that's coming through here, yeah. But it's a lot of potential I feel like we're working with here, Pisces, and that's interesting too. Just even thinking about this, you got the Justice card, Libra, Taurus, the Hierophant, and those both signs are ruled by Venus, ruled by the Empress, and yeah, there's an abundance of energy here, Pisces, and I just feel like that it's just making sure that while we're going through this journey, just making sure that we're doing stuff that really kind of fills our cups. Because the Two of Cups can also be for me like a disconnection with higher self as well. So the fact that Hierophant, Two of Cups is like a different version for me, kind of almost like the Lovers in a sense. So, all right, just something to pay attention to there, Pisces. I hope that made sense. Let's see what else we got here. Let's get some tea. Yeah, let's see what else we got, Pisces. Thank you. Oh, your opposite sign here, Pisces. So you got the ninth card of Virgo, which is the fishing pole card. Interesting. Consider your sign. It's very thoughtless, Virgo. I'm kidding. But with this card, this is a card of self-reliance, extended oneself, autonomy, mentoring. Yeah, mentoring others. So let me get my reading glasses on. Poetry in motion, exploration, providing, connect with nature, accomplishment, reflection, self-improvement, and capable. Interesting, Pisces. So there is this energy of coming through this of connecting with nature, and I feel like I usually tell Taurus that a lot too, that with them being as sensual of a sign as he is, being involved with the five senses, there's something there. I always talk with them about like just whether it be gardening or going out, going for a hike, or just something where you can connect with nature, because I feel like that I don't know, Pisces. I feel like that there is a lot of balance that may be kind of going down here as far as like, how do we stay in touch and like connected with source while also kind of operating in our day-to-day type of stuff here. And I feel like it's incorporating more of maybe even some just like some new just like exploring new options here, Pisces. Just thinking with the Fool, maybe this is like maybe you yeah, it just feels like that. It's like it's finding ways to incorporate new type of ways to like connect with yourself in like a deeper way, a deeper understanding of who you are and what you can bring. And I feel like it's like when we do that, Pisces, it's like there's this the manifesting becomes hot there. You really can start creating things that your dreams can start manifesting. I feel because that's where it's really one of the things that Saturn being in your sign is making those, taking that imaginative energy that you have and really materializing that. But I'm even getting for something too that maybe for some there has been, because this is a thing too, Pisces, where it's like we can stay too connected to things where yes, we are spiritual beings, but we are meant to do things here, in this realm. And I feel like that there is being mindful of where I'm off for. And then Pisces, you can live off the land because maybe you checked out. Well, yeah, I don't know how that's working, Pisces, but like I do feel like it's you can get a little too caught up sometimes in the spirituality. You know, there is, you know, we still do have like, you know, like obligations and things along those lines, but we can make it so that the two can work. They don't have to be these opposing forces where it's like we're sacrificing one for the other. There can be one where, again, we could find this cohesiveness or something that can happen, or this blending of energies that can really really make you, you know, a force there, Pisces. But let's get some tarot on this. Oh, there's your ruler. Well, one of your rulers are Pisces. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, and the Chariot. I love it. All right, Pisces. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, you're starting to rack up some major. You got a Zodiac party here. So you have the. Let me tell you what's going down. So you have the Ten of Coins and the Chariot upright, and then you have Sagittarius, the Temperance card, Wheel of Fortune, and Ace of Wands in reverse here, Pisces. And I feel like for some, just if we were resonating with that sense of like having of feeling like disconnected, I feel like from our source, you know, really not really feeling like we've, because I'm getting very interesting energy here with the Wheel of Fortune. It's talking. I feel like it's talking about that more kind of spiritual aspect of Jupiter, because that's what the Wheel of Fortune is represented by, and I feel like that there's a need to just get out and just like explore that more for some, like to really just kind of go out on maybe go on some sort of like a, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a spiritual retreat that you pay for, but this could be maybe we're just going out on a boat for a while, Pisces, or maybe you're going hiking, or maybe even we're just doing like you don't even want to go anywhere. This could be where we're just like, we can be at home, but we're just like, we're going just inward is what's kind of feel like happening, and really kind of tapping into that abundance, that invincible spiritual power we're talking about, and really finding a way to get you manifesting, get you cooking with the Temperance card kind of being in reverse here. I feel like there's something here, we're out of balance, you know, where the vibrations aren't quite like I feel like we want them to be, or something along those lines, Pisces. And I feel that you know, it's thinking about those kind of how that's going to affect you in the long term too, because just thinking, because you get with Jupiter and Taurus being here, Jupiter's, your ruler is in Taurus right now, and it's like, how can we direct our energies in a way that's going to build this kind of long term, this foundation here, Pisces, for some of you here. And let me get a little bit more with this Ace of Wands here, Pisces. Thank you. All right, let's see what else we got here, Pisces. And wow, yeah, you got a Zodiac party here, Pisces. You got the Strength card upright, and then you have the Five of Coins in reverse here. And it feels like with this Strength card that there's this more so gives me an energy of like our, like paying attention to our vitality, our stamina, our energy. You know, because Leos, they're ruled by the sun, and they have like a boundless energy, and that's, I feel like if something is feeling where, an energy that's feeling kind of neglected, or feeling, if we've been feeling that there's this, I'm still getting almost like this sense of like just being disconnected, whether that be, it's like either we're disconnected from our higher selves and like connecting with our that, or it's like we're disconnected from the material world here that's going on, Pisces. But there's definitely some sort of like just like a little extra like initiative or something that's happened, that's wanting to happen here, that can really start getting things cooking in a way long term that I don't even know if you feel that what's how it's coming, Pisces. And I'm not trying to be mysterious, but I mean, considering that we're kind of talking in that sort of spiritual realm type of thing, I feel like this is who better to really get down to this, Pisces, than you. You really kind of or some to think about there, Pisces, because this is dope. Especially when you get a lot of like high concentration of major arcana. There's higher self is trying to get you cooking up here. So let's get your last card. And Pisces, this doesn't even necessarily have to be just like connecting with nature per se. This could be even, thank you. This could be even where it's just like pursuing some of our passions as well. Just kind of thinking with the Knight of Cups being here, and even with like the Leo energy, like in Libra too. But just like doing more kind of creative endeavors if we've been feeling a little more disconnected. And that's a great way of kind of finding that balance too between the you're creating stuff, you're getting into that more intuitive like manifesting place, and then it's materializing here. It's very interesting here, Pisces. But speaking of Sagittarius, let's talk about your last card here, which is the 8th card of Sagittarius, which is the microphone card. Higher self wants to hear what you got to say there, Pisces, because this is a card of news, trending, broadcast, expression, strong opinion, make known, current events, public speaking, speak truth, communicate, social media, being heard, and speaking up. Now it's interesting, Pisces. Energy that's coming through here is the news and the current events. And I feel like for some, just how we were kind of talking about that, I think a little bit earlier, brushing about like what kind of news and podcasts, people, things that we may be kind of consuming. And that's listen, I don't personally I don't watch a lot of TV, Pisces. Like if I hear about stuff, it's usually word of mouth. And I do a lot of reading normally, but even then that's the nature of my stuff. But I do feel like that it's not necessarily like that, again, like this stuff is bad, but it is paying attention to how it does affect you for some, because especially when you kind of think about this stuff. Cause like there'll be times where I'll kind of visit my folks and they'll have the news on, and it's just like for every one good thing there are like 4 or 5 like there are for for one positive things there are like 4 or 5 negative things, and it's just like where's the balance in that? And that's where I just feel like that if we're going to be consuming things like that, Pisces, we just want to have a nice balance. Because if we just stay in this, and again, considering how much you can feel and how you can connect with others, Pisces, and it may seem like a little much to say that, like, if that there's like suffering going on, that it's gonna really like but you can resonate with that stuff, Pisces. But it's finding some, because if we stay in that energy, I feel like it gets to this place of like apathy where we stop caring about things, and then we want to escape. But if we can find some good stuff as well that's going on, see how people are manifesting temperance, create working with these hardships and things, then we can really, I feel like it would just get you in your energies in just a greater place. But also, Pisces, I almost feel with this energy that if you have been feeling that, like especially like things have just been in this more kind of negative space, maybe creating some stuff, letting your voice be heard to create some kind of positivity, to begin to balance out the energies, whether that be talking about a hobby of yours, or maybe we're going on your fishing adventures, or maybe you are into crystals, or maybe you make diamonds, you're a jeweler there, Pisces. Talk about all the like we could really have some good stuff that's going down here that's can. And again, we were how you got this 10 of Pentacles, and you got a lot of abundance here, Pisces. So it's like I just feel like there's a lot that's really that's working with that's like coming in, Pisces. But even just more so, like just thinking with the news, I feel like that there's news, the microphone, it's like there's news that, you know, coming in from higher self, you know, communicating with that inner, tapping into that intuitive place, you know, your internal guidance systems, and kind of feeling like where the energies are trying to take you, because that's the Ace of Wands. You know, these aces are like seeds, and they're just potential. You know, that's all this diamond stuff. It's all potential, but if we don't do anything with it, then it's just going to, then the wheel's not turning. You know, then the abundance is just going to stick there. It's like if the spider, you know, I'll see, this is a random example, Pisces, but I'll see some of these spiders on this when I'm sitting out on the porch journaling, and I'll see these spiders kind of like chasing after their that'll be on the screen, and they're chasing after these little flies, where it's like instead of chasing after this stuff, Pisces, it's like we could just set up the web and let the universe kind of allow the abundance to come in. I hope that makes sense. Very interesting, but let's get some tarot on this. All right, Pisces. Last little bit here. You got another zodiac party, because yeah, we got to see who all you invited here, Pisces. Interesting, because you have the Four of Coins and the Judgment card. Stop right before that. You got a lot of stuff going in order here, Pisces, but you got the Judgment card, the Four of Coins in reverse, and then we have the Star, the Five of Cups, and then the King of Coins. Let's switch back over here, Pisces, because I feel like with this energy, because for some, how we were talking about, because let's see who you got here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got half the zodiac here, Pisces. That's a lot, I feel like, in major arcanas here. And I feel like for some, there's this need where, since we're talking about the news and kind of spreading the word and raising the vibration, that if you've been looking for change, or, you know, judgment is that like intense type of change, you know, that rebirth energy. And it just feels like that if the energies have been stagnant here, Pisces, this is for a chance for you to fill in that void with the energies that you have, with that potential that you want to bring here, to manifest abundance, you know. But, and not even just for yourself, for others. It's like, it's, because even if it's like something as simple even as just like inspiration, Pisces, it can go a long way. And it's I think I'm gonna leave that there, as far as like getting your word out there, Pisces, because I do like the King of Coins. He's a very generous figure. He rules the first two decans of Virgo and the last of Leos, and he's the type that it's like when he's working. Yeah, it's very interesting with that, Pisces. But I also kind of feel like for some others, it just feels like that we've gotten to this place of, it's like either we've been kind of disappointed with where things have been going here as of late, or just some sort of way where I kind of almost feel like we've been, it almost feels like we've been feeling like we've been like restricted, maybe in a type of sense. It's like if there's this energy of like kind of breaking free here, and really kind of coming into, like we were talking, coming into this energy of, like coming into this energy of really who you are, and like what you want, like what you can really bring to this world here, Pisces. But, and not even just to your world, but just to yourself. But it's just like it's just a really strong emphasis just on like on this connection. Like I feel like higher self is trying to get your intention in some kind of way, in that as soon as we really kind of hear this message and kind of follow those, where those guidelines are leading us. Because, you know, with the Four of Coins, it's like, because someone had actually asked me a really kind of interesting question along those lines when it comes to like talking about like higher self and things. And usually like when I go for like a walk, for example, I'll just kind of check and it's like, oh, what direction are we going? It's like, oh, left. Okay, let's do it. And someone had asked me, it's just like, well, so wait, it's like, do you not, are you not making a choice? Or it's like, we got into the talks of like free will and things, and it's like, well, yeah, no, I still do have free will in the sense of like higher self is just like presenting an option. I don't have to go with that option, and there's sometimes I don't, and it's one of those things. It's not really like a good or a bad but thing that happens. Pisces is just an energy that happens, an experience, a learning. The wisdom comes from that, but I do feel like that maybe some we feel like we're surrendering control when it's more so not really. It's like you're gaining more control in that regard. Or I do hope feels like a word salad thing that's going on here, Pisces. But I think I'm gonna leave that there, Pisces. So I hope that made sense. Very, very spiritual energy, and I like that, Pisces, and it makes sense with where the energies are at. We're in a very we're getting ready to get Virgo season is going to be almost all the planets are going to be retrograde, and it's going to be a very kind of reflective time. I feel like coming up, so take advantage of that there, Pisces. But I think I'm going to leave that there. So if anything resonated with you, Pisces, give it a thumbs up. And share this. If you know someone who's been feeling a little disconnected or maybe not feeling as confident in their abilities or something along those lines. Maybe we've been consuming a little bit too much news, or just like, just more sort of negative vibration. It's just like, how do we balance that stuff out? But, share this, Pisces, and then subscribe, hit that bell button to get notified on these videos each week. And then I'm on this, something that may help Pisces get you to connect with higher self. I'm on this meditation app, Insight Timer. And I started a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. And it's just a group that posts positive affirmations, encouraging messages, things along those lines. And then as the group grows, I'm going to start posting different healing music and guided meditations, affirmations, things like that. And I can name them different things like keeping it moving with the chariot, or gaining confidence with the strength card, new opportunities with the fool. I'm still kind of spitballing with all. I expect all the Zodiacs to come up here, all these majors to pop up there, Pisces. So, but definitely check that out. And then lastly, look at you getting the hottest ticket to come over to my other channel. Not that you need it, but if you have any Cancer in your placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, because they're doing the Chariot's Cancer, come on over to my other channel, The Chariot and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans, geek out when the chariot pops up. It's a great old time. Actually, I'll give you a little flack whenever you pop up, and you're part of the lunar shenanigans too, you being the moon, Pisces, so it's always a treat. And all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get you the prize cards here, so I can get you out of here, Pisces. I love it. A little more Cancer energy for the win. You got the Queen of Cups in reverse here, Pisces. And I feel like with the Queen of Cups being here, there is this energy of going deeper. I feel like within, and really kind of nourishing that. Like for some, there's this inner soul here, something along those lines. Very interesting energy. I feel there's this. It does. It feels like something's hidden here with the Queen of Cups, because when you think about like Cancer energy, when we don't want our emotions to be shown, we'll go up in our shell and kind of clam up a little bit. I feel like water signs, if we are MIA, if we haven't heard from us for a while, we're probably brooding some kind of where, or brooding somewhere, something along those lines. For someone actually had just said that not too long ago. I thought it was real funny, but yeah, I do feel like there's something that it's like we're keeping hidden from us, or there's something that's could be tapped into, or that's needing a little more nurturing. And that could just be you, Pisces, just like maybe doing some physical stuff, like maybe getting, like, we haven't been getting enough rest, or maybe like unplugging, maybe like before. One thing I've started actually doing not too long ago, Pisces, I won't check my phone for like the first hour, other than to look at the time, but just to give the mind a moment to just kind of just process what's happened like during the evening, and just give it a moment to just kind of wake up naturally. But instead of just like kind of going in just like, ooh, notifications, let's check this and that, like, oh, did my videos upload, like all the routine stuff there, Pisces. But let's get your oracle card here so I can get you out of here. Interesting, Pisces. You see that? You got the awake card in reverse here. And see, there's something that's trying to get tapped into, Pisces. A door that's just like, it's like if we were to go through this thing, wisdom is going to start pouring in, Pisces. That's fantastic. I'm not, and again, like I don't mean, like I'm not trying to sound, mystical or anything, but it really, I think it's like when we get into this practice, Pisces, because I already feel like you intuitively already know what I'm talking about, but it's just like it'll be more, when we get into that practice, and really kind of unlock those doors behind who you are, Pisces, and see where that's going and how we can do that. Again, maybe connecting with nature, or even something like this, like this thing with like animals are kind of coming through here. Maybe with the strength card, maybe it's like we're going to, I don't know, maybe go to like even volunteer somewhere, Pisces, where you're helping. I don't know, like a dog walk. I'm just spitballing, Pisces, but tap into that invincible spiritual power, Pisces. There's a lot of potential. I feel like that can be tapped into. So I'm gonna leave that there, but you stay safe out there with all these intuitive abilities, and we're connected with nature, maybe going on a trip, something along those lines. Safe travel, Pisces. I'll see you when you get back from the forest and get back from the spiritual realm, and it'll be fantastic there, Pisces, and raise your vibration to the roof. Do some self-care things, whatever that's looking like, Pisces. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.